Hey there, paisanos. It's time for the Super Animal Crossing Super Show. We are coming in late today because we need to start doing Animal Crossing later. Get in, you know, some nighttime hours. Oh yeah, the time capsule's ready, eh? We'll have to be sure to get that to whomever. It's not been that long. Get over it. Every time. Nah. What do you take me for, love? Some sort of hoodlum? Out here trying to get into shenanigans? I'm just your average fossil enthusiast. Looking for the fossils. See? Where is it? I kinda see it. This is gonna be impossible because of the tree. Oh, we got it! Yeah! Alright. Nice. Alright. Off to a good start this evening. Yeah, the scorpion you have to kind of creep, because it's auditory, you know, you have to go based on the sounds it's making, the hissing or whatever. That kind of lets you know when it's safe to approach and when it's not safe to approach. Wow, we caught the scorpion pretty early on today. This was a good day. I still have sun filtering through. And it's only like 7 p.m. Oh, I'm gonna miss this in like 3 or 4 months' time. It just comes and goes so quick. Don't get to enjoy it long enough. Ooh. Ah, there's the pitfall seed. I knew we'd find one somewhere. Money rock. Money. Oh crap. Ah, we screwed it up. We screwed up today's haul. I was standing at an angle. I should have been standing at an angle. That's me. That's my fault. No bueno. Let's see. Bloop. The yellow bump. It's finished. Good. More weeds than I. Leaving behind. Oh, wait, I didn't leave any weeds behind. I'm a little sad that the villagers will not, you know, pull the weeds too. It's okay, I get it. I should probably not walk around with the net out. I don't want to get stung or bitten. I should probably just keep the old trusty oh, damn! You blend in so well, I didn't see you! No! The gigantic moth. I do love moth. I kind of like insects in general as long as I don't have to share a living space with them and they're not gigantic. Some give you the ick, and some don't. Like roaches. Roaches are a good example. I don't like roaches. I don't like them at all. Whether they be whether they be the big wood roaches that live outside in the forest, or tiny little roaches that I think they're called German cockroaches. Or my sister-in-law growing up used to call them poor people roaches. I know, cancel us. It it's a terrible thing to say. But it's just, we didn't know any better. That's what we said. I'm definitely glad that I grew up to be socially conscious and aware of stuff like that, so I'm not just running around so ignorant and saying a bunch of stupid shit that makes me sound like an uneducated redneck boob. You know what I mean? That I'm pretty grateful for. Another? Gotcha. Okay. We're on a roll today. Somebody in the campgrounds that we built. Well, hello. I must have a full town. Complexion? You have fur. Okay. Now we have a nice little park bench to sit on. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it glorious? We'll have to talk to everybody and they'll be like, I haven't seen you in 1,000 years. Where have you been? Oh, you piece of crap. What am I, your food delivery service? Making me run all the way up here and get the fruit. How much pocket space do I even have? I don't have any pocket space. Wee. So fruit and an ocean fish. Okay, well, let me just go do this first because this is gonna drive me crazy until I get this done. Let me go to the museum and donate some stuff. I see the club is open now. I think it's just Saturdays, or is it every weeknight at like 10 p.m.? I don't remember. New dialogue tree. Tell me about it. Even though your museum has grown, it isn't drawing the attendance you had hoped for. Welcome to my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. I've been doing this for going on 8 years. I'm very grateful for the few people that do watch me, though. I owe them everything. The 2 or 3 people that have been watching, but a little community would have been nice. Universe. I do come off as ungrateful, don't I? Don't mean to. Yo, I see you over there, champ. I was just talking about you. Oh, that's right. With this museum, we could build a top floor that would allow me to display the stuff I want to display. I don't really need it, though. If I were playing this save file with like 2 or 3 other people, back in the day, I did make that, I did do that add-on to the museum, but I don't think we're going to bother with it for the sake of this playthrough. I think we're just going to kind of move it along. Oh no. Well, it's money in my pocket, I suppose. Donation. Would you like to donate? Well, I have this scorpion, you see. It's a pretty big find. One of the big 3. In Animal Crossing, there's always 3. Scorpion, the tarantula, and the coelacanth. Those to me are the biggest 3 and the hardest to get. Maybe the bee. Or wasp. I'd say wasp too. Although if you get the hang of positioning yourself just right, the wasp is actually not that hard. I guess the same for the scorpion. The scorpion has, you know, he'll sit there with his tail raised and he'll be like, okay, buddy. He'll hiss at you. You tiptoe when he's not hissing and you creep up on him. I guess he's not technically super hard to get, but it's... Now the tarantula? Oh, he makes you work for it. We got to empty our pockets before we can do anything else. I don't know what time all these shops close. Yeah, I don't understand why the sharks are so hard to get in this version of Animal Crossing. They're not that hard to get in other Animal Crossings. They're mocking me. Mocking my misery. Let's see, it's not so... No. You cannot have my extra Samus mask. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, we are rich, bitch. Oh, it was your time capsule. Hell yeah. We just buried this not too long ago, so you honestly haven't had you haven't had that much time to let it kind of simmer. I don't know if simmer's the right word. Chair is way too close. Wow, how embarrassing. That's my favorite thing to say. How embarrassing. I got that from Red Letter Media. Dear me, bro of the future. These clothes are just too far ahead of their time. That's what I get for being such an innovator. Hopefully the world will have caught up with me in your time. Yours in time, Rudy. Oh, you're actually going to give me what was inside the time capsule? Okay. Oh, I love time capsules. I like time. I like time travel. The prospect of like the past, the present, and the future all being observed is very fascinating to me. I love time. It's, you know, it's one of those things where you can learn so much and you can really appreciate things on a higher scale the more time you can observe. Because it's funny, you know, they do say that, you know, it's, how can I put this? If you're fortunate enough to live a good 7-8 decades, give or take, thereabouts, that's the perfect window of time for the average human of average intelligence to really come to understand the nature of reality, the universe, life, all things. Because the funny thing is, the older I get, the more I've started to really kind of realize that it, and I don't mean this in a negative way, I don't mean this in like a cynical way, just, or a nihilistic way, but there really is no deeper meaning to any of this. It really is to be taken at face value, I promise you. And I think that that's the big irony of life, honestly, is... Do I not have enough? I don't have enough play points, damn it. We'll get some more before we play next time. But see, that's the irony. That's something that I learned a long time ago. The meaning of life is that life has meaning. It's whatever you put into it is what it has. You know, what you reap, you sow. So you'll get out of existence whatever you put into it. Now, that's not technically always super true, because life can be random, chaotic, and unfair. And some people, no matter how good of a person they are, usually get the short end of the stick. And that's very unfortunate, but it's true. No, I don't want to sell. I got a lucky ticket, man. It's running my mouth. Blue Pikmin! We need to play Pikmin. I started to buy Pikmin the other day. I had $50 eShop credit just kind of sitting there doing nothing on my Switch too. And I got to looking in the eShop and I was trying to find stuff that we might want to play. But I'm very hesitant to buy non-first party games on the Switch because I would rather have that stuff on my PC. But I couldn't find anything that I really wanted on the Switch that I didn't already have. So I got to thinking about Pikmin. You can get Pikmin 1 by itself and 2 by itself, or you can buy the double pack and get 1 and 2. But then I got to thinking, what if they put them out on the Switch Online service, though? You know, for free, and then I've wasted my money. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to wait and see how that works out before I decide. I did buy the Funko Pop game. I forgot what it's called. because there's Jurassic Park or Jurassic World and Back to the Future stuff in there, and those are my two favorite franchises. So what I want to do is I want to play that game with those DLC packs. And the DLC packs were free, but the Funko Fusion or whatever it's called was like 30 or 40 bucks. So that ate up most of the eShop credit that I had, but worth it. Yeah, I saw that too. People are really loving the DK game. Thomas bought it. He bought the new Donkey Kong game. He bought a physical copy too. So he said we could play it. We could stream it. When he's done playing it, we get to stream it. So give Thomas a big thumbs up. Games are getting crazy expensive to where we can't really all afford them anymore. So we might have to start chipping in together as a friend group. I'll put in 20. I'll put in 20. Okay, I'll put in another 20. That's still ain't enough. Even if each of us put in $20, that's still by 60. That's not enough. These games are now 80. We still need another 30. Given tax and everything, it would be another 30, trust me. I think if the game is 70, by the time I pay tax and all that bullshit, it would be closer to 90. Maybe not totally 90, but I don't know. All I know is we will be playing it eventually on the channel. Eventually. I am going to sometime, if not in the next week or two, maybe at the beginning of August, we're going to play Limbo. I have it on Steam and I've been putting it off for years. I want to start squeezing in some more PC games and stuff. Because we've been doing so much Nintendo stuff. And I always say that. I always say I do too much Nintendo stuff. And then I never do anything to change the behavior. I'll be honest with you. A lot of it is because I'm always just so dead. I'm always so tired. I'm always so fatigued. I'm always so just overwhelmed and busy or flat out just depressed and in a funk. If I had normal brain chemistry, then my streams might go a lot more different than what they do. You know what I mean? But everybody's struggles are their own. I'm doing a hell of a lot better. You know, as far back as the big moment for me was like September or October of 2023. I had this moment where I said, no, enough is enough. And from that moment forward, I started working with my doctors and everybody to course correct. So I ate apple cake earlier. Now I'm way too hyper. Run until tired. All right, we need to get a ocean fish and a piece of fruit. But yeah, so I've kind of been working on myself as a person in general since about 2023. Although I've been on and off working on myself as a person, because you don't ever really stop growing as a person. You're always learning, adapting, changing, growing. But I started my own like little personal journey of getting serious about stuff as far back as 2023. And I cannot shake the tree while holding the fishing rod. But I've made huge strides. Now I just need to start getting my streams corrected, you know. I feel like if I course correct on my streaming stuff, maybe it'll pick up. Maybe people will start watching, you know. I don't know. All right, we have our ocean fish. Now, let's go get a piece of fruit. Then I got to remember who wanted what. Here's our fruit. Now let's see if we can just find the villagers that wanted these things. They were walking around down here. I hear a frog. The big thumbs up for Poppy. Or from Poppy. I freaking love The Emperor's New Groove. It is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. I just was not super crazy about Krunk's New Groove. I've tried to like it, but I just don't really care that much for it. It had its moments, but I just couldn't get super into it. I feel bad, because it's not a bad movie. I just really didn't care for it that much. It lacked the certain something that The Emperor's New Groove had, and I can't quite put my finger on what that is. But yeah, favorite. I think it's hard for me to say what my favorite animated Disney movie is, because I had a window of Disney movies I grew up with that I really like. The Lion King, Aladdin, 101 Dalmatians, The Jungle Book. Those are my top, you know, those are the ones that I probably watch the most over and over again. But as far as Pixar is concerned, I think WALL-E is probably my absolute favorite Pixar movie. I don't know what he asked or she asked. I said yes and have no idea what they asked me. Oh, really? So if we find a perfect fruit, we need to plant it. All right. I can handle that. Where are you, other villagers who wanted stuff from me? They wanted stuff from me. Ozzy Osbourne passed away. I mean, at least he didn't pass early, you know, he was in his 70s, so. I think I know maybe 2 or 3 of his songs. I'm not like super familiar. You know, I know the radio hits that everybody else knows, but I've never taken the time to like fully dive into his records. So I'm not familiar with all of his work. God damn it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Pixar movies too. I really like them. I haven't seen all of them. Haven't seen the Cars movies, and I haven't seen the Monsters University or the Monsters Inc. I need to watch those. Hulk Hogan died? Well, that I could be a little more like, he was kind of a piece of shit. But Hulk Hogan died? Damn. I remember he was huge in the 80s when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't remember what Hulk Hogan got canceled for, but I think it might have been racism and oh no, what else? I'm telling you, it's not even a political thing. It's not a right versus the left thing, and it's not a woke thing. It's just about being a decent person, man. It's about just not being a monster. And that bar is pretty fucking low these days. I'm still waiting on that Epstein list to come out. We got parts of it a few years ago, but I want that whole list. I want to know. I want to know who went to that island. And something tells me that it's going to be pulling teeth to get our hands on that list. I think we will eventually get it, though. I think justice will prevail. I think we'll get it. I think some people are going to go, you know, kicking and screaming over it, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out who these pieces of shit are. Well, where the hell did the other villagers go? You wanted fruit, and somebody wanted a fish. Here we go. Oh, fuck. I don't remember which one he wanted. You're the one that wanted the fruit. Oh, thank God. Now who the hell wanted the fish? Damn it. I needed to catch that bug. I gotta pay more attention to the trees. Have some water. I still need to get all our flowers together and get them looking nice. Well, I don't really do anything to get canceled. But I am very much in the favor of the court of public opinion. Now, the public opinion doesn't 100% of the time always bode well for us, but most of the time it kind of works itself out. So like if I ever did something or whatever and people, you know, told me, go away, you're a monster, get off the internet, I would. But honestly, I don't know what I could do or say that would warrant that. God damn it. I keep running into those and making them fly away. And as far as like the whole being canceled thing, it only technically works as far as your job is concerned, because you can be a whole ass piece of shit and still kind of get away with it. Especially if you're white and or rich. You can get away with murder. I mean, look who the fucking president is. Deplorable. So, canceling really only works if you accept being canceled, you know what I mean? Because there's been tons of like YouTubers and stuff that they just keep producing content even after they do their little ukulele apology video, and then they just keep right on producing content. Mosquito! I forgot. I started to say I forgot I parked my house. I forgot I built my house this close to the cliff. I parked my house. Who wanted the fish? Which one of you wanted the fish? It was you. I knew it was you. I could have sworn we talked to this person earlier. Sometimes I can't tell if they're boys or girls. I'm guessing by the deep voice this is a boy. I don't suppose we'll get gender neutral verbiage or choices in video games for a while, now that we have to suck China's asshole as far as media is concerned. But it would be nice. So we gave the fruit and we gave the fish. So that's 2 tasks down. Ooh, that was a deep belch. Okay. We do have something we need to go tackle real quick. I'm pretty sure Isabel has put together a celebration for the park bench being complete. Nah. But the park bench, I'm not gonna bother. Let's see. What else can we start? Start anew. Zoom. Cobblestone. The fountain would be nice. We've not done the fountain yet, have we? Let's do the fountain. Yeah. We'll be a right proper town with a fountain. Put this sucker right out here. How about right here? Right here. What will it look like, Isabel? Well, no. That's too far over to the right. It needs to be about center with the town hall. Damn it! I pressed B by mistake. No. It's still crooked. No, Isabel, it's still crooked. Maybe I have to be standing dead center. Perfect! Yes. Our town's gonna look so great. So great. Alright, how much money do you need? Oh, we do not have nearly enough. I'll give you what I have. Selling those fossils and an extra scorpion really helped us out today. Maybe after a few days. Tell you what we can do. We can start selling some of this stuff that will rake in a good bit of money, like our fruit and our coconuts. Oh, snap. What do I have in my pocket? Oh. Candy Genevieve. Okay. We need to go to the house. Head down to the hizzy and put some of this stuff away. Did I ever buy a drawer, dresser? Yeah, I bought this. Chest of drawers. Or a cabinet. Well, they was itchy and scratchy on my TV. So I have 2 Samus helmets for some reason. Samus mask, Samus mask. Blue pick, no. Well, you know what? I'll keep the blue pigment just in case we decide to do something with it later. I don't really care for denim outside of jeans. I am not a fan of denim jackets. So we won't be keeping that. I don't have anywhere to put the candy jar, but I don't want to get rid of it. Let's see what this bench looks like. Oh, bed. I can't read. Why did I think that said bench? Goddamn, I'm illiterate. I'm illiterate. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. What time do they close? That doesn't tell me what time you close. I got so lost in thought just now, I completely forgot what we were doing. Wow. I also need to keep an eye open for that lantern moth, I think. Lantern fly or lantern moth or something like that is what it's called. That way, if we run into another one, we don't miss our opportunity. Oh! Yay! Regular spider. Hot damn. The net is primed and ready in case we run into another bug. I am so glad that you guys could witness just how great it is to play this game at night. I'm so glad that I decided to sit down and stream this. You know how much progress we've made tonight in just a short amount of time? Loads. Loads of progress. Oh yeah, I don't think I talked about this on the show. Well, I might have mentioned it in another episode. I think I talked about it earlier in Mario 3D Land, but finally started taking Ozempic. And the first week I noticed that my appetite had improved. I was feeling hungrier less often, you know, I felt okay. The second week is going pretty smoothly except for yesterday. Yesterday I woke up feeling like garbage. I was so sick to my stomach. I had terrible cramps. I was bloated. I was burping and farting like a fucking balloon with a popped hole in it. How long have I been on it? Just about 2 weeks. But it's definitely helping with the head hunger. You know, I don't constantly feel the need to go snack or eat shit. You know, I'm doing better with food stuff now, so it's a huge improvement. But, you know, you start with the very base dosage and then you go up. So hopefully we'll lose a good chunk of weight and I can finally get rid of fucking fat face. I've never really liked my fat fucking face. It's going to be a big plus. But, you know, vanity aside, it's going to bring some added health effects that I definitely... My BMI is too high, and I got to get that shit under control. Especially now that I'm getting older, you know. We're having just looks like a beard. Oh, trust me, there's a lot of fat under this beard. But, no, blood pressure is an issue. I'm on like 3 or 4 different medications for blood pressure. We're having a hell of a time getting my blood pressure down and to keep it down, so... Losing the weight and not eating 1,000 meals a day will definitely help. And God knows I've tried over the years to have the willpower to just do it. There was a good chunk of time there in the 20 teens. Yeah. Thankfully, the medication, like my blood pressure is not like critically high. It's just a little elevated. Without the medication, it would be pretty bad. So I'm not in like immediate danger, but I'm in long-term danger if we can't do something about it being just a smidge high. God damn it. Yeah, I used to go to the gym on a regular basis. I was never muscly or buff, but I at least went to the gym and stayed healthy and lost a bunch of weight. And I was doing well, you know, but depression is a son of a bitch. And COVID hit. But I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm putting the effort in every day. Doing the best I can. I think we'll get there. And if not, we had a hell of a ride. Well, my current weight is like 360 or 370 something. It might not look like it because I'm 6'4" and I carry the weight very well, but I promise you I'm a fatty. I would love to get below 300 just to say I'm under 300, but given my like skeletal system, how big it is, how big my frame is, how tall I am, given all of that, I don't think getting under 300 is necessarily realistic without being like super unhealthy with my diet. I think I'm probably looking at being around anywhere from like 289 up into and around 300, because even when I was going to the gym and I was fasting 2 or 3 days at a time every week. Like I was just not eating. I was very unhealthy. I was sucking down cans of Monster. Like I would take 2 cans of Monster to work every day. And I worked on an assembly line where I stood and I lifted stuff and put it on the belt. So it was like going to the gym for 8 hours a day. And that place sucked so bad that I pulled so many 16-hour shifts too. So I was doing pretty well with weight loss back then. That's pre-COVID, before everything went to shit. And you know, I've done nothing but sit around and eat ever since I'd say 2019, 2020. But again, course correction. I'm working on it. I'm getting back to where I need to be. It's just, we're going to see what the Ozempic can do. And it really sucks because it is kind of low-key a miracle drug. And I really wish that the medical fucking system wasn't garbage like it is, because So many people can't get the life-saving medication that they desperately need because humans are garbage. But we'll see. It's only been 2 weeks. We'll see how things look. Why did I come up here? I'm looking for the lanternfly. Oh, the spider. I was going to donate the spider. That's right. I questioned that too because I went to Google it to see if other people, you know, had. I wanted to know what everybody's, because you could talk to medical professionals and they'll tell you one thing, but I wanted to know what people had taken Ozempic and other semaglutides had experienced firsthand. So I Googled it and got to reading and looking to see what other people had experienced. And apparently you don't really have to taper off of it. It's one of those things where you could just quit cold turkey with no adverse health effects. You'd probably gain weight back and whatnot. And if you were using it to control like out of control diabetes, then your blood sugars might go back up pretty high. But other than that, there's not like a super day. It's not like coming off of a depression. It's not like coming off of like Lexapro or blood pressure medicine. You're not going to see any dizziness, headaches, or you're not gonna get sick like that. At least that's what Google tells me. And that's what other people like on Reddit have said. I don't know. I'm not a medical professional, and I think I'd probably get in trouble if I said otherwise, you know, tried to give advice, but it's... I don't want to be on it forever. I just want it... I want to use it for what it's intended to be. I want it to help me do better and be better, and then when I can establish healthier habits, and I've done them for months and they've become habit, then I can like maybe take the reins and just use willpower at that point to get it done by myself, you know. Because the whole thing with me is just lack of willpower. It's not totally fair to me. It's not 100% lack of willpower. A lot of it is, again, just I get in really bad depressive funks and I eat to cope. And that in and of itself becomes habit, and it's a bad habit. Yeah, see, I'm hoping to drop considerable weight myself, but I definitely don't plan to stay on it forever. I just want to get to where I need to be. Damn it. Let's get serious about looking for these bugs. We need to catch that lanternfly since we know that they are out and about. It's just a beetle. Another beetle. It's gonna be a tricky bug to catch. Well, I think I started at like the 0.25. And then if I didn't have a lot of side effects, I'm supposed to go up this weekend to the next step. I intend to. My mom was taking it for a while and she lost a bunch of weight too. Of course, she's in her 60s and kind of ate herself into diabetes, so they put her on it as both as a diabetic thing and weight control at the same time. It really worked out for her, but unfortunately it made her sick as a dog. She threw up constantly, was always nauseous, just she was miserable on it. Now I'm faring a little better. Like I said, my worst day on it was yesterday. I woke up with the worst stomach cramps and nausea, and I ended up throwing up. And you vomit orange. Like, just, it's not even that yellow stomach bile. It is fucking orange, and it's crazy. Oak silk moth! I guess we caught one of these already. And that moth is as big as my head. It's definitely a miracle drug, and I definitely think that they should be giving it out like candy. Of course, I say that, and 10 years from now, they're like, something we didn't know 10 years ago. It causes cancer. And then you're just like, oh, God damn it. You know what I mean? You get it. You get how reality is a son of a bitch. But, no, I'm pretty happy. I didn't think I was going to have access to it at first. Son of a... Mother... You be... Come here. Oh yeah, I better not walk around with the net out. Tarantula and the scorpions will fuck me up. What do you want? Well, good for you, because you're lucky that I've already donated one of these to the museum. Oh yeah. I hope we get a new Animal Crossing sometime in the next few years for the Switch 2. I really do. I need something good to happen. I gotta justify that fucking $600 price tag, because that was ridiculous. I still don't know what the release date for Metroid Prime 4 is yet. Well, look at here. We have ourselves a raid, everybody. Y'all should go over and give him a follow, by the way. He is like, what, 1 or 2 follows away from making affiliate, I believe. So go on, do it. If you wouldn't mind. Ooh, look at the beetle down there. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the coconuts on this side of the island. I am the most absent-minded mofo. Oh, you rage quit? Yeah, I've done that a handful of times myself. Oh, snap! This was a new catch! Well, I'm glad I saw that. Just need 3 average viewers. Well, I've been tuning in when I see you go live, but I don't always catch the notifications in Discord. I was out doing Pokemon Go stuff, and I just got home and like decided to go live and do Animal Crossing, so I didn't notice. You could, I tell you what you could do that everybody does, and Twitch kind of turns a blind eye to. You don't even have to stream a game. There's like stream anything. Literally just turn your computer on, turn a YouTube video on, fucking stream something, and then just like have you and a couple of friends sit there for about 30 to 40 minutes and then turn the stream off. Do that for a few days. That should count towards your average. At this point, if you're not pinging it more than once a day, I think it's fine. People can mute individual threads, and people can mute Discord servers. And honestly, like, I'm so over Discord at this point, I don't care if people, like, get pissed and bail. I just don't. Discord for me was at its peak back around 2019, 2020. I had a handful of IRL friends in there, and my mistake was not saying this Discord is for my YouTube and Twitch. I think my friends mistook it as like a friend group Discord. And then, you know, we had I really don't want to talk ill will of somebody not here to defend themselves, but we kind of low-key had a drama queen that was always stirring, and they imploded my Discord not once, not twice, but on 3 different occasions, if not more. And it turned people off of using my Discord, honestly. I think I had some people like flat out leave because they were just over it. Because this person would like, they join the server, leave the server, join the server, leave the server. And they were always like worried that you were talking about them. And just trust me, it was not great. They didn't do anything TOS, and they didn't attack people or anything. It was just, no, I didn't ban them outright. What ended up happening is they kind of shenanigated themselves right out of the friend group, because everybody kind of just stopped talking to them or having anything to do with them, and they left the Discord finally on their own. So, but yeah, after that, my Discord server was just really never the same. And I'm not totally innocent in that myself. I've struggled with that too. I'll join somebody's Discord server and feel like I'm being ignored or misread something, and then I'll bail. So I do the same thing, honestly. So it's, nobody's perfect. I'll do that with social media. I'll follow somebody on Instagram or whatever in the heat of the moment because they made a post I like. Maybe they posted something about dinosaurs or Nintendo, hell, I don't know. But then they'll start posting other stuff, and I'll be like, I don't want to follow this person anymore. So I'm real bad about that kind of whiplash stuff myself. But my problem is I want to follow some of the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World people on Instagram, but then they'll post a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff and Marvel and DC stuff, and I just don't want to see that stuff. I don't like that stuff, and I don't want to see it in my feed every day. So it sucks. Oh yeah, you're going on a little vacay, aren't you? Which, you know, that's one of the reasons I didn't ban them and make a big deal out of it, is because I get it. I'm garbage too. Tarantula! We got it! Hot damn. Oh, you better believe I'm swapping this out. What can we get rid of that doesn't matter? Regular smegular moth. You can go. Wow, all in the same episode, guys. We got the tarantula and the scorpion today. Yeah, I have my comments turned off on Instagram because I don't want people coming in there and being nasty, and I understand that it's the internet and that's going to happen. And they you know, I'm not going to turn my comments off on YouTube. So if they want to leave something hateful, they'll find a way to do it. My Discord is also public and open, so anybody, any asshole can just show up and ruin our day, but thankfully it hasn't really happened yet. But yeah, I'm not taking the chance on Instagram. That's still pure to me. Like I love taking pictures. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm by no means a professional. I don't own fancy cameras. I just got my phone. But I like taking pictures, and I don't want that spoiled by some sort of asshole leaving bullshit comments. I also used to get a lot of like solicitation on my old Instagram account. You know, a lot of the sex workers would come in and leave comments of like, see my private parts here with this link, and I hated it. I hated those comments all the time. And oh, that's how you know you've made it on the internet, is when somebody you get yourself a Kiwi Farms thread about you, you have made it. That's when you know you pissed off the right people. But no, because I actually had to deal with some trolls yesterday, or was it today? I had that meme of death, or the Grim Reaper going from door to door, and it was all of the current movies, the Superman, the How to Train Your Dragon, and whatever else is in theaters, Lilo and Stitch or something like that. And Death had the Jurassic World Rebirth logo, so it was just Jurassic World Rebirth going to each movie and killing it, saying that it was the highest grossing movie of this summer. And there were a lot of people who took great exception to that. They got really upsetty spaghetti. But I was shit. Oh yeah, the Fantastic Four was the other one. Yeah, don't fuck with comic book nerds. They can't really take criticism or understand the difference between real life and media. They're a very childish bunch. But and see, even me just generalizing like that's going to piss off a lot of people. But you know, what can you do? No, that just makes you normal. That means you're well adjusted and emotionally mature. That's what that means. If you can take not only criticism, but understand that something's a joke, and you don't need to get on the internet and go, actually, then you're emotionally mature, and you'll survive in society and do well in life. It's the actual leads that you got to watch out for. They'll get you every time. All right. So I'm talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing here. Let's see. All right. So we already have donated this, so that means we can sell it. So that means we have donated the two hardest bugs to catch, in my opinion, the tarantula and the scorpion. Now we just got to figure out, or not figure out, but we got to go catch a wasp. I think that's the other hardest. Well, hello. No, wait, I want to know what you say after that. Worn out. Yeah, I guess I am a little tired. It's been a long, busy day. This is my second stream today. Now I went out and mowed the lawn in the heat, got all sweaty, and it's been a long one. There's our scorpion. Oh shit. I forgot about this. Can I change the camera? Check it out. I forgot they fight in the museum. That's cool. Story time. You telling a story? He didn't know what he was in for. Oh, I love that game. Doki Doki Literature Club. I actually wouldn't mind playing that on stream one day. I watched, back in the day, I watched Game Grumps play through it. And it was so funny because Aaron knew what the game was about and Danny didn't know. Oh, that was priceless. I might actually have to play that at some point. Is that game goes places. That game is great. I don't know if it's still available on Steam or if it's been delisted. I was, like I was saying at the beginning of this stream in particular, I had $50 eShop credit just sitting on my Switch, and I got to looking for games that I wanted to get. And I typed in like Dinosaur and Jurassic World and stuff. I was trying to make sure that I had all the Jurassic World stuff I could get, you know, on the Switch. And I found a couple of dinosaur games, not Jurassic brand, but dinosaur games that had been delisted, but were still showing up in the eShop. And then I got to looking to see if they were on Steam, and they were gone from Steam as well. So I don't know what that's all about, because they looked okay. I did go ahead and spend the eShop credit. I bought that Funko game because I wanted to do the Back to the Future and the Jurassic World stuff. Jet out said he's going to use the game to... Oh, that's not great. What was I doing? It's free on Steam. Wait, Doke Doke Literature Club or Doki Doki? I never really know how to pronounce it. Doki Doki is free on Steam? That surprises me. I think we might be headed towards the end of our stream here for the night, though, because we hit the hour mark, which is usually about what I do. No, not the fleas. Yeah, when it... how do I put this to everybody watching, not just one person? I guess this would be a message, and I don't mean this to come off as condescending, but this is a message, I guess, to the straight men out there. It's not so much about learning how to talk to women or knowing what to say to women as it is listening to women and what they have to say. I guess that would be my biggest piece of advice, because I've noticed that with some of my straight friends. They a lot of times when you come to them and you're just like upset about something and you just want to get it off your chest or whine about a coworker, or you get it, you know, you just want to dish on somebody or bitch about somebody or something. They're problem solvers. They don't hear what you're saying. They don't hear that you just need emotional support and a pat on the back. They are hearing a problem that needs to be fixed. So that sometimes can be a huge disconnect too between men and women, is that men want to fix a problem where the woman just kind of wants to bitch about it and get it off her chest. And again, I don't mean that in a... Maybe I didn't put that the right way, but... Oh, we get a new nickname. But then again, like, honestly, age has nothing to do with it, because you could be 88 years old and still fall flat on your face trying to talk to women. It's really a nervous thing. It's more about, like, not getting in your own head and playing it up into some galactic event when there's people, you know, just don't use lines. Don't try to peacock and come off better than you are, you know. Talk to them like normal human beings. Should be all right. Big guy? No. I hated that nickname growing up. Oh, that's the most condescending. Oh, I got that. So being a bigger person my entire life, even before I got old and fat, even when I was young, I was 10 feet taller than everybody else in the room. People would call me big guy. I hated it. It bothered me, if you can't tell. But no, I'm not gonna holler fat phobia. I think that's fucking stupid as shit. No, I don't mind being called fat, and I don't mind people making fun of me or what have you. It's just like strangers would say, "Hey, big guy," or whatever, and I'd be like, "That's rude." All right, I didn't like it. This was a very eventful day. Chozo. Yeah, I saw my uncle recently for the first time in probably years. I hadn't seen him in a minute. And he, even though I've been tall my whole life, he still was blown away by how tall I was. God damn it, was that the lanternfly? Son of a bitch. I'm terrible at catching those. They blend in so well. One active user, no. Yeah, I mean, it'll take its toll if you get emotionally involved in it. It's a hell of a game. I do recommend it to everybody, though. I think it's a trip. Server's dead. Well, mine is kinda too. So I feel you. I just don't think anybody cares about the streaming stuff anymore. Hey, I think everybody is kind of on TikTok and only on TikTok. Like, nobody's using Twitch. I mean, nobody's using YouTube. And I don't think anybody's on Discord. Discord always leaned heavy towards, like, the gaming community anyway, so. Sadly, I think not only are we small fish in a large, overpopulated ocean, but I also think we are way too late to the party. Because this November will be my 7th or 8th anniversary. I get confused on how that works. I started in 2017, so I've been doing this for roughly 7-8 years, and you see how little tiny subscriber counts I got. So I lost a subscriber on YouTube, and I lost a follower on Twitch, and I'm assuming it's probably the same person, whoever it is, because it happened at the same time. But yeah, that would be embarrassing. Your dad walk in and see you playing Doki Doki Literature Club without the proper context of knowing what you're playing. He'd probably just think you were playing some smut or something. Lanternfly. You're the last holdout today, little buddy. We got all of the big bugs. Yoink. There's only a week left in the month, and all the bugs and fish will change up for August. Yeah, I like Discord well enough. I don't like them pushing the nitro stuff, but at the same time, I get it. They need to be able to pay to keep it running somehow. I'm just not paying for that. If the nitro was worth it, I might be willing to give them $2 or $3 a month. But the problem is, everybody that's holding their handouts asking for too much. That's why I have such a problem with the streaming services. You're asking too much for what you're offering. The value isn't there. And the older I get, the worse I get about that. The more boomery I become and the more tight wallet I become, you know. I'm not... Nah. Like I said, I would be willing to give Discord maybe $2 or $3 a month to help pay for server and all that. But I'm not getting shit for it in return. Like, my Discord community isn't active enough for me to just have to have it. I could totally do YouTube and Twitch without Discord. I honestly use Discord because it's easier to keep in touch with like the 2 friends I have left in real life. But it's like, I think the only thing I pay for subscription wise is I pay the stupid little fee that Nintendo charges now every year. And then I pay for Pokemon Home annually. And I think that's the only 2 subscriptions I pay for. Everything else is just utilities. But gotcha. 1 frame per second. Now that's torture. No, I don't. What little bit of money I get comes in via the internet. Other than that, I am just stuck living with family until I can make other arrangements. I'm in a very fortunate position too, because most families wouldn't like do that. You know, most people would say, "Oh, you're not contributing? Fuck out." My parents, they get it. The health problems, the mental health problems and everything that I've always had, they kind of been gentle about not rubbing the real world, you know, in my nose. But they won't be around forever. And I am self-aware. I was talking to Tyler about that recently too. I was like, because I've worked retail, I've worked factory jobs, I've dabbled in different areas of the workforce. I don't know what's left here where I live, because I kind of live in a job desert. Just my whole town or my whole city or whatever you want to call it, it's just fucking fast food and a Walmart. You stepped under a rainbow while holding a net. Ooh. Ultraviolet net. Yeah, I thought about that, like doing the remote job thing. I looked into it and couldn't find anything in my area. I actually applied for one like a year or 2 ago and they denied me for it. I was like, well, son of a bitch. I have the internet, I have a microphone, and I have a camera. Why can't... What the hell? They didn't say. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to catch this little bastard, which is fine. 1 out of 18 isn't bad. Man, we caught like $1,000 tonight. You're just sitting here thinking about my first job, which is funny because I didn't get my first job until I was 18. I didn't go to work at 16 like a lot of people did. I held out for 2 years because I got my driver's license at the same time that I went to work. Posture check. Reselling? What do you mean reselling? I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out when the time comes. I'm not exactly, you know, in a big hurry because taking care of the stuff that I've been taking care of recently, like with my health and getting my medications sorted, that's kind of been consuming the majority of my time, honestly. But we're getting there. I'm almost completely sorted out because I am in a hell of a better place now than I was just a few years ago. Like I'm capable of doing way more, so pretty bleak there for a while. I have no idea what that is or what you're talking about. What the hell is a 7TV emote? I don't know what that is. Yeah. Muscle bald is definitely way better than fat bald. Well, we're gonna let the flea go because, well, obviously. I don't think anything in my pockets at the moment is new, but let's check anyway. We're gonna run to the museum, do a donation check, and then we're gonna sell what we have in our pockets and then bounce. We've been here long enough. This was a hell of an episode tonight. Third-party extension, we can have custom emotes in your chat. I had a hard enough time trying to fill the slots that Twitch gives you. I guess I don't really care that much about the emotes and stuff. And I don't really have a community outside of you and Lewis. I mean, it's usually just you two here. Maybe if we start getting more people in chat on a regular basis, we can start like diving into the emotes and stuff like that. But for now, it's like, I don't really have a reason. 1,000 slots, Jesus Christ. I had a hard time filling 4 or 5 slots. I can imagine 1,000. You know what I just realized though? Chat is totally being covered up by this stuff and nobody told me. When you guys didn't tell me this stuff was broken. Oh no, I feel dumb. Oh no. And close enough. I just happened to notice that out of the corner of my eye. Let's go sell this stuff and go home. Oh shit, I can't even put my net away. Yeah, you dropped the ball, mister. I didn't notice it either. Not me blaming y'all like it's your responsibility. The blame game. Why did you breathe in? No, I spit everywhere. Ooh. That's a lot of money. Hey, actually, how much did we need to pay on the town fountain? Might have enough. You lost your bug? Animal Crossing does kind of feel like you're living with all your friends. It's nice. Another villager with fleas. Do you guys ever bathe? Y'all nasty. Oh, not quite. All right. How much do we owe? 20 something? Oh, 15. We'll knock that out when we come back in next time. I'm not even going to walk back to the house. I'm just going to save right here. All right. This was a long one, folks, but very much overdue. I am going to head out. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. I will see you next time.